Hey, so welcome back. I'm Rick Sanchez. Tonight, a massive fleet of Chinese fighter jets and bombers has allegedly entered the Taiwanese airspace, and it's caused the Taiwanese Air Force to scramble warplanes to try to intercept them. So let me take you through this, and we've got a map I can show you that maybe illustrates this just a little better. It's 52 Chinese aircraft involved in today. After just yesterday, 40 Chinese fighter jets flew in and around the surrounding islands right there, around the South China Sea. So here's a question. Is Beijing trying to send a message to Taiwan and its allies, most notably the U.S. and the U.K.? Well, as luck would have it, a U.K. aircraft carrier was tracked heading toward the Taiwan Strait, a move that China has repeatedly warned the UK against. So think of all these things that are going on right there in unison in such a very small place, right? Is this developing into the East meets West standoff that many have been anticipating? Carl Jha is a host of the Silk and Steel podcast. He is good enough to join us once again from Bali. Thank you for getting up so early. I know it's the wee hours of the morning, but we really wanted to get your insight on this. How serious is this situation? Might it turn into a standoff?
Thank you, Rick, for inviting me. First of all, I like to point out what has been reported as Taiwan airspace in many media is actually referring to what's called ADIZ, the Air Identification, Air Defense Identification Zone. And the Taiwan's ADIZ is a particular case because it covers a wide expanse area. There's no international laws on regulates the setting up of ADIZ. ADIZ is not the same as national airspace. It's a zone that any country can set up, supposedly according to their own defense needs. And the Taiwan Defense Ministry is an organization that actually triggered off the latest media storm because they tweeted on not only the Taiwan ADIZ zone, but they also tweeted the actual PLA aircraft flight path. So when people look at the media, they are thinking China is sending 52 aircrafts, or they're thinking China may be sending nuclear bombers directly over Taiwan Island itself, maybe flying over of Taipei City, but that's not happening. Chinese aircraft.
But let's get back to the reality of this, okay? I know what you're saying, and you're absolutely right, because Taiwan is not a country as far as China is concerned, and you can't really have independent sovereign airspace if you're not a country, you're a province, which is how China sees Taiwan. I completely get that. But in the eyes of the West, and the United States in particular, they see Taiwan as a separate part of China, and they then therefore know that any aggression in and around that area is an aggression against Taiwan and somewhat remotely against the United States as well. Am I wrong?
Sure, that is a perception. And I need to point out the particular Taiwan ADIZ zone covers not just the island of Taiwan. It also covers, half of it actually covers mainland China. And this is a ridiculous ADIZ zone by whatever standards, either China or the Western standards. And the Taiwan Defense Ministry mapped out the flight path of PLA aircraft, and it shows that actually the PLA aircraft flew closer to the mainland China coast than to the island of Taiwan itself. This is a very calculated move on the part of China. As you mentioned, Rick, that currently there's 3 aircraft carrier groups from U.S. and U.K. that's holding exercise right off the island of Taiwan.
And that's what makes this, and we're running out of time, but that's what makes this a bit of a sticky wicket, no?
Sure, but both sides are playing a game of chicken, but there is also very calculated move because the three aircraft carrier, as of today, as of right now, they are passing into South China Sea through the Bashi Channel, which is just a little bit south of Taiwan.
Yeah.
And whereas the Chinese military aircraft is going around the edge of the so-called Taiwan ADIZ zone. So they both sides are playing a game to send each other a message.
Yeah, or as the famous British playwright would say, a dangerous game, no doubt. Thank you, Carl, as usual, for joining us. Thank you for getting up early for us once again. We appreciate your time. We really do.